Hope you are all well. So in the previous video we had done with the explanation of the English literature poem All the World Stage. In this video we are going to take a new chapter of English literature. So bring your books open and just open up chapter 7 All by Electricity. This chapter was written by Jules Verne. So just have a look over the chapter.
By electricity. Now let me tell you all, this chapter All by Electricity is extracted from a very famous book written by Jules Verne, that is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now this book was very famous, and before telling you all about All by Electricity, I am going to tell you all some things about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and also a few lines about Jules Verne. Okay. Jules Verne was born on 8th February 1828 and he expired on 24th of March 1905. He was a French novelist, a poet, and also a playwright. His collaboration with the publisher Pierre Jules Hazel led to the creation of many extraordinary voyage-related writings. Okay. Some of his well-known writings are Journey to the Center of the Earth, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Round the World in 80 Days. These three are very well-known writings of Jules Gabriel Verne. Okay. Now let me come back to the chapter 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now let me come back to the novel, that is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The novel was actually a serialized novel from March 1869 through June 1870. It was a serialized novel. That means it came serial wise in a big magazine, and the novel was written in small parts. Okay. Now, it was a fortnightly periodical magazine, and from there the novel first came to the hands of the people. Okay. It was published by Hazel in November 1871, including 111 illustrations. The book was widely acclaimed on its release, and it is regarded as one of the premier adventure novels. It is regarded as one of the premier adventure novels and one of Jules Verne's greatest works. Okay, this is one of Jules Verne's greatest work, along with one more writing, that is Round the World in 80 Days. That is also very famous. Journey to the Center of the Earth. This is also one more very well-known writing of Jules Verne. Okay. Now coming up in this chapter, we find that here Captain Nemo was in a submarine. The name of the submarine was Nautilus. Okay. This submarine Nautilus is regarded as ahead of its time. Means Jules Verne had thought ahead of the time where he was dealing with. Since this submarine Nautilus, it accurately describes many features of today's submarine. Okay. comparison to the submarine in those days, this submarine Nautilus, which we read in this chapter, is accurately describes us many features of today's submarines. Okay. And even a model of a French submarine figured in the year 1867 was almost similar to the Nautilus. So this is all about the novel which I told you all about. Okay, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Okay, now here coming back to your chapter, that is All by Electricity. All by Electricity was actually, when the chapter starts, we find Captain Nemo inside a submarine that is named Nautilus. Okay, Nautilus was a submarine. I start reading the chapter. Please follow here. And I was supposed to live my entire life inside this machine. Who is speaking to us here? Captain Nemo. Okay. He was supposed to live his entire life within the machine, within the submarine. Hence, it was only natural that I should learn as much as possible about its functioning. So, he says that he wants to learn as much as possible about this submarine because he is going to spend his entire life there. So when the submarine is in danger, he has to come out of the danger. When the submarine is, in a very good time, going through a good time, he will be enjoying the time. So this is how he is going to lie. He is going to spend his life within the Nautilus. So he wants to know every nook and corner of the submarine. I entered the captain's room. It had a severe, almost hermit-like appearance. Why hermit-like appearance? Because where does a hermit stay? A hermit stays in the forest, in sole isolation and all. Okay. So here, this submarine also had got a feeling of isolation. So he is saying that it has a severe, almost hermit-like appearance. A small iron bedstead, that means a small iron bed, a work table, only one work table, a few pieces of furniture for his toilet, very small pieces, a few pieces of furniture for his toilet and all. Everything illuminated by indirect light. So everything within the submarine was illuminated since there is no light within the water there. So everything was illuminated by what? By an indirect light. No comfort, only the barest of necessities. That means only that much what he needed was provided in the submarine. Okay. Captain Nemo indicated a chair. Please be seated. Now here comes the second turn of the chapter. Here's to somebody, Captain Nemo is indicating a chair. That means somebody else is also there with Captain Nemo. Okay. He is not alone now in the submarine. Now who is that? Please be seated. I sat down and he spoke as follows. So, Dr. Aronnax, said Captain Nemo, pointing to the instruments hanging on the walls of the room. Who had come to Captain Nemo? Dr. Aronnax. So, here in the chapter, since we have started from the middle, let me tell you all, Dr. Aronnax has come for a visit to the submarine Nautilus where he is talking to Captain Nemo. Okay. Pointing to the instruments hanging on the walls of his room. These are the instruments needed for sailing the Nautilus. So he says the machines which are in his room and which are hung on the wall, these are the machines with the help of which the Nautilus is moving about. Here, as in the salon, I have them always in view. So his salon means his room where he stays, he has got all the instruments always in view for him so that no danger comes up to the submarine. Okay. Telling me my position and exact direction in the middle of the ocean. So these machines, they tell Captain Nemo his exact position and the direction where he is under the water, since he doesn't come to know where he is. He is totally underwater for the whole day. Okay. Some of them you already know, such as the thermometer, which tells me the temperature inside the Nautilus, the barometer, which measures the weight of the air and hence forecasts changing in the weather, the hygrometer, which registers the amount of moisture in the air, the storm glass, whose mixed up contents separate out to herald the arrival of storms, the compass, which shows me the course to take, the sextant, which indicates my latitude by the altitude of the sun, the chronometer, which enables me to calculate my longitude, and lastly the telescope for day and night use, which I use to examine every point on the horizon where the Nautilus is on the surface. Now see here, these are the various instruments which you have to go through very properly, how it is helping the Nautilus. Let me explain you all once more. Okay. First of all, he says about the barometer. What is the barometer doing? It is measuring the weight of air, and hence it is telling Nemo the changes in the weather inside the water. Okay, not outside, in the outside atmosphere. Inside the water also there are changes in the weather. Okay, so this barometer is telling him the changes in the weather inside the water. The thermometer, which tells me the temperature inside the Nautilus. So the temperature inside the Nautilus is also measured. How is it measured? With the help of a thermometer, which is fixed there in the Nautilus. So you can all understand the Nautilus is very well made. Okay. Now the third is the hygrometer, which registers the amount of moisture in the air. So the amount of moisture which is getting inside, that means a small amount of moisture is also getting inside the submarine, okay, which helps them to stay there. Now this amount of moisture, whether it is increasing or decreasing, is told to Nemo by the hygrometer. Okay. The storm glass, what is this doing? Whose mixed up contents separate out to herald the arrival of storms. Is there a storm coming up underwater? You all know there are storms which come up underwater. Okay, so whether a storm is coming up underwater and how to save the Nautilus, this is also being done with the help of the storm glass. Okay. Next is the compass. What is the compass doing? The compass shows him the course to take, which way he should move about within the submarine. Okay, so that he can live in a safe condition underwater. Okay, and then last of all the sextant. What is this doing? It indicates my latitude by the altitude of the sun, his latitudinal position by the altitudinal position of the sun, so that he comes to know where he is, in which position he is under the water. Okay, and last of all here the chronometer, which enables him to calculate my longitude, and lastly the telescope also. What does the telescope do? For day and night use, he is using it day and night, the telescope. Okay, he is continuously watching through the telescope. What is he examining? He is examining every point on the horizon when the Nautilus is not on the surface. When the Nautilus is on the surface, when it is rising on the surface of the water, through the telescope, he examines every point of the horizon. So this much for today, children. Okay. Now let me tell you all, today's work is not to write any question answers. Today's work is only to write down the meanings of the chapter. See here, I am showing you all the meanings and I am dictating you all also in the video. See here. First of all is a submarine. What is it? A warship that can travel underwater. I think you all know this. Second is a salon. What is it? A waiting area, a room for receiving people. What do we call a waiting room? Okay, a salon, a waiting area. Number 3 is forecast. What is forecast? That is to predict or estimate. Number 4 is herald. What is that? A sign that something is about to happen. It helps him to herald. Herald is what? A sign to show that something is going to happen. Okay, and then he might be safe. Latitude, you all know what is it? An imaginary line around the earth dividing north and south poles. Altitude, you all know what is this? The height of an object or point in relation to the sea level or ground level. Okay. Reign, what is reign? Having authority over others. Here reign, I'll come to reign later on. Here Nemo is reigning over the Nautilus. Okay, so the word reign, having authority over others. And the last one, indiscreet, not careful about what you say or do. Sometimes we find in the chapter that Nemo is very much, Nemo doesn't understand that sometimes he is hurting Dr. Aronnax also. Okay, so here the word indiscreet, where he is not careful about what you say or do. Okay, Nemo is very much ambitious here, since he is the only one in the total submarine Nautilus. Okay, so here this is the work to be done with the meanings, and I give you all 4 make sentences also. Okay, you will write make sentences with submarine, with forecast, with rain, and the other one with Nautilus. Okay, these 4 words are to be written down as make sentences. You all will write down, and it is better you all give me in your WhatsApp group. Okay children, thank you.